Hello, it's me, your friendly neighborhood salaryman here. So this is not the part 2 to the Blue Archive campaign in Akihabara video I did before. I'm still working on that will come out in early March. This is more like a midpoint video because I just got through everything today. Like literally everything, including the stuff that begins at the second half of the month up till this point. So there shouldn't be any more new stuff coming out. So it literally is everything this time, like finally. That will all be in the later video for the full part 2 that I'm doing. But for those of you who are coming down, this is more of a cautionary video for you guys to let you know what to look out for so you don't waste more time or potentially more days trying to get through everything that needed. Because I remember in the video someone mentioned that they'll be coming down for the event. So just for everyone who is, if I were to only leave that video later on, you might actually, it would probably be too late for most of you. You'll probably have messed up something here or there. So before that can happen, this video is here. So just give you guys a quick summary of what to look out for, not so much what's gonna be a spoiler for the event itself. So first things first, the first thing you're gonna want to take note of is for the Animate pop-up store, which begins today, the 19th of February. So I just came back from that. It's like 9 p.m. right now. You might think that's very late, and that's because the way it's done is not mentioned on the website. In fact, it wasn't mentioned until today on the day itself. Like when I came down, there were also a lot of Japanese people who are locals who were very confused as well, because not only were the goods only mentioned like on the 18th or 17th during the live stream, but like there was no mention of how the logistics of this was gonna go. So a lot of people probably wasted a lot of time as a result. So what happened, and I don't know if this will carry on going forward, but this is what's happening now and potentially might be happening going forward as well. I went down at 10 a.m. Yeah, and only went in at like nighttime. Like the reason for this is that they gave a ticket for you to enter with, but the ticket timings are very late. Like you'd have to understand that for Animate, they open at 10 a.m. on weekends and 11 a.m. on weekdays. So 10 a.m., 9:57, I was over there. Door open already, right in front of me, and I went in, like first few people in. They gave the ticket, and the ticket would basically be used for you to come back later in the day itself. So mine was like, entered the store 10 a.m., ticket number 7:20 p.m. Like it's on that level. So if you do go for everything and you're planning to do everything in one day, first thing I wanna do is to go down to Animate the moment it opens, not to the main Animate that everyone knows of, not this one basically. You want to go to this one, which is located just 2 buildings away. It's where it's on the 7th floor of that building where the collab is or pop-up store is taking place. So 10 a.m. weekend, 11 a.m. weekday, you're gonna want to just be already in front of the store. Doors open, go up, take the ticket, then see the timing and then plan accordingly, cause I don't know how early the tickets could have been, but the fact that I was in there that early and the ticket was already at that kind of timing means that it's probably not gonna be very early either way. And well, if you can imagine, if you went in casually at like afternoon time, I think they already stopped distributing the tickets, so it could be a problem if you really want to go for it and also settle everything else in one day. If not, it may not be too bad of a problem. You can just come back another day. But efficiency wise, you're gonna want to do this because like with the amount of time you're given, you can actually get through everything in one day. Like including going through every single point I highlighted in the first video again, just to make sure. I managed to finish looking through everything in a matter of 2.5 hours. Maybe if you wanted to more casually browse through stuff, it might take longer, but between 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. You have 9 hours. You have more than enough time to get through everything. Trust me. You would have time to go through the shooting range, the baseball, betting if you really wanted to do that. Everything, karaoke. You could do all of that in one day and still have time to visit this thing at the end. So you're gonna want to plan around this, I feel like, and just be safe and get a ticket first at the start of the day. You probably don't have to worry too much about stock. Like there isn't too much of insanity need to rush. The stock from what I saw was quite abundant. Nothing was already selling out, and they have very strict limitations on how much you can buy. So haha, to use scalpers because you can only buy one of everything. So scalpers effectively would have to come back on another day to get more stuff, which means haha, more suffering for you. You people deserve it. But for most normal people, it's fine. You're not gonna lose out much. Some stuff is more than one, but the important stuff is restricted to one. So don't worry, you'll probably be able to get stuff if you're planning to go to other parts of Japan later on, or perhaps visit other places if you don't want your schedule to get messed up. Do this first. Okay, I wasted a lot of time on that. Second point, for the shooting range, I went there on a weekday night. And if you go around like 7 p.m. or later, you will probably be able to get in easy. Like when I went there on multiple weekdays, it was for pure entertainment. I went there a few times, but it will probably be very empty if you go on a weekday late enough. If you go on a weekend afternoon, like I went today as well just to take a look at how full it will be. It's completely packed with more people than the shop can even handle. So considering the fact that most people stay for an hour to half an hour, it might be difficult to go on a weekend afternoon or maybe even the weekend night for that matter. So if you know how to use an airsoft gun, or even if you don't, the staff actually do explain to you how to use it even on a weekday, where they have a specific course or like course for this, like not a teaching course but like a serving course sort of thing. So you go there, they will teach you how to use the gun and everything if you've never used airsoft before, and then you have like half an hour to 1 hour to shoot, so you don't have to worry about like going down on the weekend for their specific tutorial course thing, unless you really want to do it in a group, because they will do it for you on weekdays as well, so you don't have to worry about that. So if you're worried about queues and not wanting to wait a lot, I would recommend going on a weekday night, because that is when it's most likely to be free, especially a Monday if you are free on a Monday. Okay, so that's point 2. Point 3, the karaoke might need booking. Like you might need to go to their website to book. I strongly recommend like you check when you're here whether or not you can easily book a timing, because otherwise there's a possibility you might not be able to do it on the day, or timing will be way shorter than you might prefer. So just a heads up, you might want to check in on that as well if you come. Lastly, the fourth thing, for the scavenger hunting as well, the reward is not a code for something in game. It's you get a clear file which you can use as a file for clearing everything. So you need to really go down each of these individual points yourself. So if you do it, make Animate the last point that you go to. I would recommend starting, if you're there like 10 a.m. on a weekend for Animate, for example, take the ticket. You take the ticket, and then I recommend you go downwards towards everything else at the bottom, and then loop your way back up top to the shooting range at Echigoya, because those open at 11 a.m. So if you go in a course like this, you should be done with everything by like 1 p.m. thereabout. So both will be open by the time you get back there. So that would be the optimal thing to do. The Rabbit Squad art exhibit is further north as well. So if you do all of that and then go back to Animate as the last point, basically you go into the second building to get the ticket, then you fuck off and you do everything else, then go back to the main building, because the scavenger hunt reward thing is in the main building, not the second one. So you're gonna want to take note of the difference for this. So yeah, that should be everything. I'm trying to keep the video under 10 minutes or as short as possible, since this is really just meant to be a video to let you guys know what to take note of. For those of you who aren't coming down, I apologize if it was boring till this point. The second video will be coming out in early March, so if you are looking forward to see what else is in the event, you can look forward to the video around then. Because I have another video slated before that, and I kind of want to retake some shots, edit the video a little more. So for you guys who are here, I'll give you guys a special treat since you're already here, and as thanks for watching to this point. So for the Animate shop, you kind of get this thing, a small card, right? Just a small card. For every 1,100 yen you spend, I think there's a range of 7. So if you spend like 7,700 yen, you have a chance of getting all 7 or randomly not getting them all. So how many do you think I have here with me? Do you think I have 1, 10? 20? 38. So you can probably get a good estimation of how much I spend there. That's probably not a good thing, but yeah, you know, since you're already here, may as well show you guys how much I spend. You know, I may not will on the actual game, but when it comes to goods, I'm the kind of idiot who wills a lot of money in, so I apologize. You know what? I probably have more than one set here. If anybody wants a set and you don't mind me knowing your address, let me know on Twitter and I'll see if I can send you guys a set, cause keeping like 38 of these is not gonna do me anything. Like, I'm happy to just have one set or two. So with 38, there's a potential 5 sets here. I will need to check how many sets there are. So if you want this, just add me on Twitter. I will DM you about it and you can let me know and I'll send you a set of one of each if you want. Here is one set if you want to see what's in one set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, just let me know. I do quite a bit of fulfillment for people in my free time as well overseas, so I more or less have an idea of how to send stuff. Well, I don't think it's that hard. Maybe Europe might be a bit harder, but for the most part, yeah, it should be easy to do. So let me know. While stocks last, of course. I'll probably let you know in the comments how many sets there are and how many are left. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. That's all for the video. I'll give you guys more details of the full thing on March. So take care and bye-bye.